Welcome back to another opening video. These are two Thomas Wooden Railway items I got off of eBay in this same purchasing spree, which once again was $450. And looking back on that now, I really don't understand why I did that. Anyways, that was the price after shipping. Shipping and tax really does kill you when you're buying on eBay. So trust me, the prices were not that bad before all of that stuff. But anyways, finished editing and uploading my review of my duck pulling the Trucks and Trackmaster pack that came with a Toad, a mail van, and a Great Western ventilated van. An excellent pack. I love that rolling stock. The only nitpick that is really bothering me now is the fact that the mail van doors do not stay closed when the engine is running. Whoever is pulling the train, the doors do not stay closed, so they're constantly moving. So I wish you could either click them or snap them into place, open or close. That would have been something to improve that mail van. Other than that, and the fact that Toad's face is kind of printed, kind of messy, but other than that, a perfect pack. I love that rolling stock. The ventilated van with the brown roof is gorgeous. Anyways, two Thomas Wooden Railway items here. I just thought I'd leave the Tomy layout in the background. But two items here. And the first one is going to be something you would not expect. So here we have the three-way switch tracks. So here's a funny story. So I actually had these in my collection probably a decade ago. I actually bought these brand new off of Amazon back in the day. Not really back in the day, not even that long ago. It was around the time Mattel probably took over. There was still OG Thomas Wooden Railway on Amazon that had not sold. And it was actually being sold by Amazon. They just had so much stock of OG and older Thomas Wooden Railway left on the website. And so when I finally started going online and looking for Thomas toys online, which was all new to me, I found this on Amazon, and I had originally seen this in so many people's layout videos and Thomas Wooden Railway series episodes. And so I was like, I need this switch track. That is insane. A three-way switch track in Thomas Wooden Railway. Can this please? A three-way switch track in Thomas Wooden Railway. I thought it was so cool because I remember seeing the videos people would upload all the way back in the day of the Thomas Wooden Railway yearbooks, and they would just throw some Thomas songs over it, and that was the video, just showing off the yearbook. And I would see all these cool track pieces, clickety-clack track from the 90s. I was like, oh, that is so cool. And so I bought one of these brand new off Amazon, but as we all know, I don't have anything from when I was younger. I've had to rebuild my entire collection. So a lot of money, but it's worth it. But yeah, so I finally have these back in my collection. They are in good condition. There are no crayon marks. Actually, there is one right there. That could be from anything, though. What you can do with Wooden Railway track is whenever you see smudges, just take a piece of sandpaper and just sand that off. So I could always do that to ever polish these tracks up and make them a bit smoother. But yeah, very happy to have these back in my collection. You can use these for stations. You can use these for engine yards. You can put special engine sheds on these tracks. You could just put sidings, anything you want, or make a massive Brendam docks with these tracks and put Cranky in the work shed or a cargo crane in between. You can do a lot with these tracks. Really does not limit you. You can pretty much do whatever you want. And now it's time for this box. So all in all, very glad I got these back in my collection. These costed me about $60. So yes, think of these as $30 per piece, which is, it sounds insane, but first off, they have to be available from a seller. Second off, it has to be from a trusted seller that is not going to, sell you a falsely advertised piece of track. And third off, these don't have any crayon marks or terrible signs of wear. So pretty good pickups, honestly. And now it's time for this box. Now, this is a piece of track I have never had in my collection. Not once before. You may have already guessed it, but I picked up the double crossover track. Yes, I have been after this piece of track for so long. So long. I'm not sure what that is. I think that's just the wood. I was worried there. I'm like, is there like something smudged on the wood? But I think that is just, yeah, that definitely is just the wood pattern. Wood pattern. So, yeah, I'm very happy to have these tracks in my collection. The double crossover track especially was so cool to me because they used to have these in so many OG Thomas Wooden Railway layout plans in those yearbooks. And many users back in the day had this track for like their stations, or they would have this like right outside of the OG Knapford station. So you put Knapford station down, you would connect this, you know, put a signal box here and have maybe 2 main lines and one goes up to a viaduct. And so it's very straightforward, but it's very satisfying to have near a station. Or you can have this in an engine yard, maybe outside of some engine sheds so engines can cross over to have a rest. But if I still had the OG Knapford station in my collection, which I do not, simply because I bought the Talking Railway series Knapford station, I didn't have a need for the old one. If I did have the old one, I would put it right here and then have the crossover track connect to it, like I saw many people do. And then you can also have these for a station yard or use these for a harbor. So these 3 pieces of track are huge for layout building and just collecting OG Thomas Wooden Railway as a whole. And you know what? Why don't we actually get out an engine here to, I guess, test these tracks. Let's take out, who do we take out from the collection here to test this? I'm thinking we take out, you know what, why don't we just take out the 96 Thomas? Got to keep those engines in mint condition. So here we have the 3 pieces of track. Let's test out Thomas here. First time ever testing a double crossover track. Listen to that. That is heaven. Yeah, so and that's the thing about Thomas Wooden Railway too, is that I just can't stop doing it. So because everything was made of wood, dude, there are certain destinations and pieces that sound so satisfying when the engines are going across it. Now, again, this 3-way switch track, they don't have the same dimensions. So, for example, you cannot connect this to this because there's just more space in between these. I think this fits a V-switch, where a V-switch cannot be put on these 3-way switch tracks. So I guess you could not use the cargo crane or work shed on this switch track, but still you can use it for a million other things. Like, for example, you can use these on Henry's Tunnel. But I do not have Henry's Tunnel. That is a piece I really got to get. But I honestly really want the Sad Story of Henry pack, the Story Pack Wooden Railway one, brand new. I want that would be an amazing review video. But yeah, here's the double crossover track. I really got to make an OG Thomas Wooden Railway layout with all of these pieces now. I think I have to. So I think you can expect maybe another Thomas Wooden Railway layout video soon. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. I think that'd be really great using up these track pieces. Just a smaller layout. We'll see. We'll see what I do. But yeah, that'd be really cool. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this in my collection. This, I think, costed me around the same price, like $60, $70. So $60, $70, and then like $35 a piece over there. So if you like Wooden Railway ASMR, this was a good video for you. All right, so enough with that. These are the 3 items I got off of eBay. The 3 clickety-clack track pieces from OG Thomas Wooden Railway. I had this before in my collection. I now have it back. And then I've never had this piece. I now have it for the first time. So very good purchases, very useful track pieces, very nostalgic for these. Seeing this on YouTube and Wooden Railway layout videos and Wooden Railway remakes for so many years. So very glad to have all this in my collection. And this has been another video just showing off items I got off of eBay. The next video will be, the next unboxing video, I should say, will be reviewing and opening a brand new Trackmaster item, just like the other 2 videos, this one and then the Edward video. So another Trackmaster item will be opened and reviewed and ran live on camera for you guys. But anyways, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.